University of Wisconsin lacrosse, the picturesque setting for the 2003 Division III Men's and Women's Outdoor Track and Field Championships, where 18 Cardinals from both squads set to compete against the nation and help them beat the heat as well. We start with Jocelyn Redlinski, who kept her cool all of day one. She got over the first hurdle of the heptathlon and the next 9 as well, and she cruises to the second fastest time in the opening event of the 100-meter hurdles with a PR of 14.79. She rose to the occasion in the high jump as well, clearing 5 feet 3 inches, but she'd outdo herself in the final 2 events of day 1. Redlinski tallied her longest shot put to date with a toss of 31 feet 8.5 inches, then dashes to another personal record in the 200 meters with a 25.88. She was third after day 1. On the second day, she started with a solid long jump of 17 feet 4 3/4 inches to stay in the hunt, but after only going 66 feet 2 inches in the javelin throw, she dropped out of an All-American position. She capped off the weekend with a time of 2:36.81 in the 800 meters to take 14th overall in the heptathlon. Traveling back 24 hours earlier, where Elizabeth Composto was seated third in the pole vault coming in, she cleared her opening height of 11 feet 9 3/4 inches, but when the bar was raised an inch and a half over a dozen feet, she brushes the bar for her first miss. She couldn't convert on attempt number 2, and with her final go at the height, she has a solid approach but glances the bar going up. She bows out early, but Coach Winder still pleased with her 9th place finish. Mandy Coglinis also came in ranked 3rd in her event, but drew the inside late in the 400-meter hurdle prelims on Thursday. She doesn't let that faze her early on as she hit the first 2 hurdles in stride with the leaders of the pack, but as they hit the home stretch, she hits the second to last hurdle. She still guts it out to the very end with a 103.46, taking 17th overall. On day 2 of competition, the winds flipped the track, and Alana Ainsley dashed her way to a 12.4 in the 100 meters to place 17th overall. Lena Baker was hoping to shake things up in the hammer throw. Seated 21st out of 22 throwers, she threw the seedings out the ring, extending her school record not once, but twice, hurling at 173 feet on her 3rd throw to become the first All-American ever for North Central in the event, taking 7th.
I've always been working hard, but like the biggest thing is like being confident, knowing that I can do this, knowing that I can be like a far thrower. It doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are. So it was a great experience. I'm so happy to be here. I was so happy to PR, and then to find out I made finals, I was just like ecstatic. It was like a great experience, and I'm just so happy right now.
Ebony Stallworth also proved that seedings mean nothing on the final day of competition. Coming in seated 18th, she unleashed a throw of 46 feet 4 inches on her second toss of the day to move herself into 3rd. And when she sees the distance on the screen, she knows she's rewritten the Cardinal record books. Stallworth couldn't match that throw in the finals and was passed up by Wartburg's Kayla Heeman. Chelsea Tavik of Salisbury University took the title, hurling at 50 feet 2 3/4 inches, but Stallworth closes out the weekend with an All-American 4th place finish for the Cardinals.
I'm feeling really great. All season, like, Coach and I has been working on me trying to break 14, and what do you know, at National Meet, we finally broke 14, so we had Lena yesterday in the hammer, which was great, and now he's like, okay, now we need one more thrower. I'm like, well, no pressure, but thanks. So now I was able to join my friend Lena, and now we're both All-Americans as throwers, and we never had that in our history.
Senior Joey Michaels represented the men's squad in the 400-meter hurdles. It's his first national championship meet appearance, and he clocks in at a time of 54.45 seconds to take 18th overall. Jordan Kramer was hoping to make a splash in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. He crossed in 9 minutes, 20.66 seconds to finish 16th in the event. Zach Hirschpink, pulling double duty on the weekend, finished 16th in the long jump on day 1, going 22 feet 6.5 inches, but he'd have a chance to make the podium on day 2 in the high jump. He cleared his first 3 heights on his second attempt to stay in the hunt, And at 6 feet 9 inches, he glances the bar, but it stays up and he stays in. Here's Spink looking to match his personal best with only 6 competitors left at 6 feet 10 1/4 inches. He's the first to clear on his second attempt, and he soars into first place. But he wouldn't be alone for long. Christian Patterson would clear the height on his third attempt to move on. Then Nathan Davis of Heidelberg, also down to his last attempt at the height. He'd clear the bar, but now without contact. The bar's shaking, he gets off the mat, and we're down to 3. Patterson just couldn't find his groove in the next 3 jumps at 6 feet 11 1/2 inches, and he takes the bronze. Here's Spink on his first attempt, looks good over the bar, but glances it with his heel, and that opens the door. Davis wastes no time rising to the challenge on his second attempt, clearing 6 feet 11 1/2 inches to move back in front of Spink. Spink with his final chance to clear the height and extend the event, just misses again, but he gets an All-American finish in his final meet as a Cardinal and gave the crowd an extended show alongside Davis and Patterson, coming away with second place hardware.
It's great to compete for the team, and so many of our teammates are here, so much family here, so it's a great way knowing that they're cheering me on and contributing to the team points and the team outcome, so it's great.
Frank Leklinski and Josh Winder hoping to make the podium for the Birds in the pole vault. Winder comes in as the top seed. Leklinski looked good in his first attempt, clearing 15 feet 1 inch with ease, but he hit some problems and the bar in his next height, and he bowed out after finishing in a tie for 11th. Winder would clear his first 2 heights on his first attempt, and he kept that trend going at 16 feet 4 3/4 inches, keeping the field sweating. Only one competitor would wipe the sweat away and clear the height as Zach Ferreira of Brockport State keeps it interesting. Only he and Winder remain with the bar raised 2 inches. Winder looks solid in attempt number 1, but glances the bar going up. Ferreira doesn't feel the approach and bails out on his attempt. Both would miss the second attempt as well. Winder down to his final attempt in what could be his last vault as a Cardinal. He gets the arc but veers to the side a bit and can't make the height. Ferreira with a chance to claim the championship if he clears the bar. Winder sits, waits, and watches as he can't clear. And Josh Winder claims the pole vault title for the Cardinals at the outdoor meet for the 4th straight season.
I am just unbelievably blessed. I came in here and just focused completely on the process. I had 3 big objectives I was focusing on: driving my knees, seeing my feet, and turning and looking down my pole. And, you know, I stayed in the process the whole meet. I didn't even focus on who made it, who missed it, what bar it was even at. I focused on those things that my dad and I established the last couple weeks at practice, and it really, really paid off. It's an unbelievable feeling.
4 Cardinals towing the line in the men's 10,000 meters finals on day 1, led by John Crane, who comes into the event with the squad's top seed at 6 overall. William Jones of Franciscan sets a fast pace early on, but Crane right behind, followed by Aaron Isker of UW-Eau Claire and Peter Kissen of Haverford. Daniel Curley and Roger Klein hoping to keep near the top 8 for the Cardinals' point total. With 5 laps to go, Crane decides he wants to be the pace setter as he passes Jones to lead the pack with 2,000 meters to go. As they head into the bell lap, it's Isker who takes over, but Crane won't let him pull away. The two are neck and neck in the final 400 meters, and with 100 meters to go, we'll let the crowd provide the sound. Isker first in 29.4825, Crane second in 29.4945. Curley and Klein finished 10th and 11th respectively, as Crane hopes to avenge his runner-up finish in Saturday's 5K.
You can never be disappointed with the second place finish, but you know, it's again just like indoors. When I finish second, it's extremely bittersweet to have come so close, and then losing that last 100 meters. So, I gotta take the frustrations onto the 5K on Saturday.
Crane looked to avenge his second-place finish in the final individual running event of the weekend, where he comes in seated second in the 5,000 meters. But early on, he doesn't want to be the pace setter. Midway through, he decides he's a little bunched up and back, so he starts making his move to the front. He stays near the top the rest of the way, and as the final lap bell sounds, Crane decides to put it into high gear. He chases down David Stillen of Wisconsin Lacrosse, and with his teammates going crazy outside the fence, he moves into first with 200 meters to go. And Crane never lets up, crossing in 14 minutes 25.84 seconds, just ahead of William Jones of Franciscan, and he pushes the Cardinals into fifth in the team standings for the second straight year.
I can't even describe that feeling. This is, wow. It's one of those moments that, it's finally everything came together. The race played out perfectly, and I had that final gear over the last quarter. This is a moment I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, and seeing my teammates rush over afterwards, that's a powerful feeling.